welcome again from the Wonder of the Seas. We are still here. It's day 3 if it's your first time watching this. It's our first time cruising ever. So today's another sea day. So we're going to start off today by going and grab some breakfast at the Park Cafe, I think is what we decided on.
We're going to check out a new venue.
Yep. And then after that, we're going to do a little walk around the jogging track and check that out. And then maybe do some other physical stuff.
We're going to split up. I'm going to a fitness dance class in the promenade.
I'm going to go check out the gym, do some gym stuff.
Yes.
We're actually on the same floor as Central Park, so it makes it really easy to just come out of our stateroom. Go ahead. And just walk right out here into the park. It's like we're in New York, in the middle of the ocean. So we're gonna go check out Park Cafe.
It is really neat to have like the all the greenery. Like you don't expect to have just greenery on a cruise ship, but
yeah,
the plants
nice.
growing. Yeah.
Like there's actual dirt here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Very pretty day today.
They have the muesli, that's my favorite. We're sitting out here at the Park Cafe and it's kind of nice because you can sit outside and it feels like you're sitting at a little cafe. The only difference is you're like swaying. So you're at an outdoor cafe that sways. But I started I'm starting with the muesli because it's my favorite. So this place has like similar stuff to the buffet, but you don't have to fight the crowds. And then the breakfast sandwiches are like already pre-made for you, or they'll make a bagel for you. So it's like got the same bagel stuff that they had in the buffet, but like they'll make the bagel for you. And then these things are like grab and go. You can grab a muesli, you can grab an oatmeal, you can grab fruit. So this is a nice little place to stop, especially if you don't want to like go to the buffet and then you end up eating like 3 plates of food and you're like, wow, I ate way too much for breakfast.
Well, and especially if you're on the deck that it's on.
Well, yeah, like this was right outside our door. So.
You don't even have to go anywhere to get it. Yeah, we also got some breakfast sandwiches. Johnny got a ham, egg and cheese, and I got a like a ciabatta with scrambled egg and turkey sausage and some arugula on it. So looks pretty good. I also was trying to figure out while I was waiting for our food, like there's chirping birds out here. I'm like, are these seabirds that have smuggled onto the ship, or is it pre-recorded birds? Because it sounds just like songbirds you would hear just like on land at home. And so I'm wondering if there's like some speakers stashed around that are playing bird sounds. But it does definitely enhance the vibe and make it feel like you're sitting in a park. It's a very different feel from like the pool deck, for example.
The Windjammer.
And the Windjammer for sure. Yeah, where it feels very beachy, like it's a very beachy vibe.
Well, it feels very crowded.
Yeah, and it's also very crowded. Yeah, it's very nice out here. So definitely recommend checking out breakfast in Central Park. All right, so my turkey sausage ciabatta was actually a smoked salmon ciabatta, so not what I was expecting when I bit into that first bite. It's okay. I'm not a big of a fan of smoked salmon. I was expecting more, what I consider to be kind of more traditional breakfast, but it was pretty good. Not too bad. The sandwiches are kind of like, they're okay. They're a little bland. Johnny was commenting like, they don't have quite as much flavor in the meat and the cheese and the egg as we're used to, like salt and pepper and stuff like that. But they're good. But she really likes her, what is it called?
Muesli.
Muesli?
Yeah. And the watermelon. The watermelon on the ship has been sweet and tasty every time. It never disappoints. The female version looked like a hare. So I was like, oh, a hare with a pear. But now the male version of this statue is a deer. Deer and pear don't rhyme. So I'm a reading teacher, I know that. No, but these are unusual little sculptures, but they have artwork like everywhere. But these are interesting. This is a male deer dressed in a suit with his pear. And then there's a female one.
Somewhere.
With her pear, yeah.
Last night I was wondering about the rising tide and if it was going to be stuck for forever. It looks like they did get it up, so I don't know how long it took, but all of the bar patrons were eventually rescued, it looks like.
They're falling off.
All right, we found the track. This is the Aqua Theater. Down the stairs here is where you go to the jogging track, where you can do some jogging.
I'm not doing jogging.
Huh?
I'm not doing jogging.
Yeah, we're gonna do jogging.
Just walking. I gotta fix my socks though.
We'll see how it goes. Johnny's having sock problems.
I'm trying those new just like liner athletic socks. And they fall off your feet. You know, apparently like it's not cool to show your socks anymore. But yeah, it's not cool to show your socks anymore. So I got those little liners, but then they like slip off your heels. And then you're constantly fixing your socks. Anybody have tips for these new little liner socks? I don't know. Which side do we need to stay on
Here we are
if we're walking?
on the jogging track.
Should we stay on the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too fast.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not going too fast.
This is also where you board your lifeboats, apparently.
Wow, we're like, this is the first time I feel like we've been open to like the sea.
Oh yeah, we can actually like see the water.
Yeah.
It's very blue.
This is like the closest we've been to it.
Oh, this is the dining room right here.
Oh yeah. You could have a view of the
Could just have
lifeboats.
a view of the lifeboat. Not the best view.
Is this level 5?
This is level 5, yeah. Just walk past the entrance. So when you first come on the ship at the terminal, we won't go this way the next 2 days when we go to the islands. But on the terminal, this is actually the door you come in, right here. So
but you can't get off this way.
Can't get off this way.
When you turn around, you see the ocean.
Yep, the ocean is right here.
Yep. The ocean's a lot bluer than it was when we were at port.
It's kind of a little secret actually, because when you go through the terminal, you come through these doors, through this little walkway right here. And it looks really nice because you walk right under the promenade and you see like all the big stuff right off the bat, the big shopping mall area. But when they go into ports, the docks that we dock at they don't have gangplanks high enough to go this level. This is on level 5. So we'll actually go down to level 3 and go out smaller little holes in the side of the ship when we go to our ports over the next 3 days that we do port days.
But you wouldn't really know from the inside that this is where we walked in.
Yeah.
Because it looks like the dining room for Sorrento's.
Inside,
they like a wall at the back.
They slid that wall behind us like over to the side, and they filled it with chairs and tables, and so it just looks like another dining room. You would never know that that's actually where we entered the ship if you hadn't kind of paid attention to it. It's interesting.
I don't see any land. It's just water for days. We were looking at the map, but we think we're sailing close to like maybe the Dominican Republic, Haiti.
Yeah.
But not within sight distance, or unless it's on that side.
Yeah. No, it'd be off the starboard side because we're going south right now.
Oh, okay.
So the islands are that way. But apparently not close enough where we can see them. At least not from this deck. Maybe from the pool deck we could see them. There's the back of the boat. You can actually see over the edge there. See the propellers churning up the water, getting the water all frothed up. And then on this side, you can see inside the aqua theater from the stage. You can see the back of the boat.
I was saying, standing there watching the water, like, this is the first time I feel like I'm actually on a boat.
Yeah.
Like, actually on a ship or whatever, like, because it's the first time I'm actually, like, seeing the water, really.
Yeah, well,
we've seen it, like, out the window at the dining room or whatever, but this is, like, the first time it's like, oh.
This is the first time, I think,
right
since we've been talking on this video that we've actually had water in the background.
Yeah. The track has these little motivational ones that says 1 lap to go, or maybe 3. Tonight's dessert can be guilt-free. There you go, a little motivational poem. All right, so I don't think we quite walked a mile on the track. But I do have, let's see, 2859 steps. So that's a good start to my day because this is a big ship. So we'll get quite a few steps throughout the day. I didn't wear my step tracker yesterday, so I don't know how many I got, but probably not that many because we mostly laid around by the pool. And I do, you know, before we came on this cruise, I was doing kind of like a personal challenge to try to walk 15,000 steps every day, and I was doing it most days. And so once you start walking that much, you like kind of keep wanting walking that much. You just start feeling better. And so this is a good start to the day. I'm sure we'll be a little more active today. I'm about to go do I'm in the Royal Promenade now, so we didn't quite do a mile, but like I'm gonna head into the fitness center. Into the promenade, because that's where the fitness classes, the dance fitness, and then Ryan headed up to the fitness center because he's gonna do a rowing workout. So let me see, I'll see if I can show you any of the fitness class.
I'm a big rowing guy. Normally I do rowing a few times a week when I'm home and I'm not out traveling for work rather. And I didn't know there'd be rowing machines here, but there were. So I just did 2,000 meters, which is the bare minimum on a rowing machine. But I feel like I worked out, so I don't have to feel quite as bad about getting those extra carbs in later for dessert. So done with that. Now I'm gonna rest for a little bit. Might do a little bit of weight training. Then I'll head back to the room, change clothes, and meet Johnny in the solarium.
All right, so about to get started here. It's just right in the middle of the Royal Promenade, and it doesn't look that busy. So I'm gonna jump in and do some dancing, and I'll see you later.
Decided to stop and get a smoothie at the Vitality Cafe, a little power smoothie. I think it's just like a strawberry and banana smoothie. I don't think it's anything too fancy, but just felt like I wanted a little something. So I'm kind of keeping track of like the drinks I've gotten, because we debated, you know, we decided to do this trip without buying any of the extra stuff. No excursions, no beverage packages, no nothing. The only thing that we splurged on were the spas, which is not like it's not a subscription thing. We didn't even do internet. So we're pretty basic. But I am keeping track of the a la carte things. So we're 3 days in. I've spent $9 on drinks. So far I'm pretty far ahead versus if I had paid like $70 to $90 a day for a drink package. So I'll keep track of it during the week. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the week, like where we're at paying out of pocket versus if we would have gotten the drinks package. I'm not like starving myself. If I want a drink, I get a drink. This is just the first time I've wanted something other than coffee, tea, or water, or juice. So yeah, so the steward was actually cleaning our room, so I can't change yet. So I'm just gonna hang out in Central Park. I'm gonna drink my smoothie, read a book, and in a little bit here we'll get changed and we'll go to the solarium. But it's a beautiful place to hang out. It's so pretty out here. So I'm just gonna enjoy the morning.
So I came back from the fitness workout, the little dance fitness workout, and it was actually a pretty good little workout. I worked up a sweat, plus we had the sun shining through, but there was like about, maybe, I'm not good at judging people, maybe like 40 people. And so it's kind of fun just in the middle of the promenade if you like to get a little workout in, shake it in front of all the people watching you. I would recommend. So I'm like, kind of like worked up a good sweat. So anyway, I came back to the room, I changed clothes, and I'm headed up to the solarium. It does not look like Ryan's been here yet. They did clean our room already, though, so that's nice. But I'm going to head up to the solarium and try to scout us out a seat for today.
All right, this is my only real chance to try the Boardwalk Doghouse. So I'm going to swing in now and see what they got. See if it's any different from the buffet. May not be, but we're going to check it out anyway. So here we go. Okay, so I had my brat. It was actually one of the better meals I've had here, I think, since I got on the ship. The bun was like a split top bun, not a traditional hot dog bun. So it had a little bit better flavor to it, tasted a little bit fresher. I got a cheese brat that was really good. Got some sauerkraut on top that was also really good. The only downside I would say for the whole thing was that they don't have like German mustard. They just have like Heinz 57 yellow mustard. So I couldn't quite make the perfect German brat, but it was pretty tasty. So I would definitely recommend the Boardwalk Doghouse if you're swinging by and want a quick little snack. Maybe a meal. They have a couple of sides too. They have potato salad and they have some coleslaw there. And then they have a little water station. So if you want like a quick meal, it's a very good place to stop. All right, I'm all cleaned up and headed out again.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Can I say hi to your vlog?
Sure.
Hi, vlog! Hey, my name's Bella. Oh! Hello, can I be in the vlog?
Sure.
What's up? Hey!
That was fun.
All right. Got some friends here on the cruise. So like I said, I'm just going to go down and hang out in the promenade for a little bit. We've got a trivia thing we're going to try to do at the Spotlight Karaoke, but we want to get there early to save a spot for it. So that's where I'm headed right now.
I am sitting here in the Spotlight Karaoke, and we are waiting because we're gonna do, I think it's musical theater trivia. It's either name that tune or it's trivia. But we both like going to musicals, and so we're gonna try our hand and see how we do. And we're here really early to stake out a seat because everything we've been to like this has been like really crowded pretty early. So we'll see. I wanted to update you guys because I didn't really get a chance to do it earlier about my lunch. So because we were hanging out in the Solarium today, which by the way it's like a really quiet, much more quiet than the pool deck. Kids are not allowed in there, so it's 18 plus, and people were just sitting in the loungers and reading. There was a little bit of like conversation and chatter, but nothing raucous and nothing wild. It was pretty quiet. Everybody was pretty respectful of other people wanting to relax. And so we just sat there and we read our books. It was like kind of neat because you could just sit and like look out at the ocean. But they also have these like really neat little wading pools that just have loungers in them. And so I sat in there for a while in a lounger and you kind of just get like a little bit wet, just enough to like cool off, you know. They have some hot tubs in there, which were full at some points, but like not so full that you couldn't get in them. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Solarium if you are adult or you're like either you're traveling without kids or your kids are doing other things. I would go check out the Solarium. But because we were in the Solarium, I went and headed into the Solarium Bistro for lunch. And so today they were serving brunch from 9 to 1. And I will say, like, when they're doing their brunch service, like, that's all, like, what they have during that time is the only thing they have during that time. So they didn't come out and, like, change or add anything. So it's got your breakfast items and some lunch items. So it's a little bit limited, a more limited selection than what you might find in the Windjammer. But it was pretty good. I tried the pork loin, which was pretty tasty and tender. Mashed potatoes. I tried their fried chicken. I tried the fish, which was kind of dry. I got a piece of bread and some veggies, some mixed veggies. So overall, the Solarium Bistro, like the food was similar to Windjammer, but I would say the environment's really nice. Now, when we went in a little bit earlier in the day, like about 10 or 10:30, it was like really packed. But when I went back and got some food, it was a little after, maybe around 12. It was not as jam-packed, and the environment was really nice because like it's sunny and bright, and you just have like nice seating area. So I would say if you're on the ship to like check out the different eating venues, like the free ones. We're just doing the free ones, but even though the food is all pretty similar, honestly, just check them out to see like if you like the environment and what suits you best. So, and you can bring your kids into the bistro if you want to eat in there, if they want to eat in there with you. So, all right, we're gonna stay tuned for trivia and see how we do. Took a short detour over across the promenade to Boleros and did a quick country music line dancing class. And I learned the Egg Break Your Heart and Boots Scoon Boogie. So that was fun.
Worth it.
Yeah. They were going to do one more, but I wanted to come make sure I had my
I was getting
seat.
a little concerned because you're my ringer for musical theater knowledge. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we do.
No,
You're the one that listens to all the music in the car.
So if it's song lyrics, I'll handle it.
Okay.
If it's knowledge about the name of a thing or people that are in it, that's going to be.
It's probably going to be really hard questions that we don't know anything about, like producers and stuff. We'll see.
We'll see.
But yes. I was thinking like we're all dressed up because it's formal night, but we're not like really formal, but we're like dressed as dressy as we want to get. But then I just went and line danced for 20 minutes and now I'm sweating. So just like it's something to keep in mind if you would try to do activities right before dinner. We're 3 questions in and we have known all of them.
Yeah,
so
I have no idea.
looking good for
I
us. Okay, looking good for us. This is way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Johnny was worried they were going to be like,
Yeah, I thought
who
it
was
was
the
going to be.
producer of this musical in 1987?
Well, I've watched some YouTube videos where they do trivia.
All right,
the
next
questions
question.
are really hard. So.
All right, what 2004 smash hit teen comedy movie?
Okay, we finished our trivia. Johnny, how did we do?
We got 14 out of 20.
14 out of 20.
Not awful, but...
Not too bad. Johnny forgot 2 musicals she's been to.
Well, they were, there was a lot of, we missed the ones that have like older musicals. That's
There were
not
some
our
oldies.
forte.
There were some
older
oldies in
musicals.
there. I was expecting maybe a little bit more modern stuff.
Well,
Because I'm modern and hip. I keep up with all the hip new musicals.
yeah, we've tend to have seen the more modern musicals.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you saw the older ones, like maybe when you were younger, but
My mom probably made me watch them on
your
TV.
mom probably didn't make you watch them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, here's one we missed, and I had seen. What was Disney's first musical? If you know, let us know in the comments, and we'll see. Who is the musical theater genius in our viewers? All right, we're gonna go to dinner.
We're going to dinner. It's French night, and it's dress your best. So we're
Well, no, it's a formal night, but we're not formal.
yeah.
We're just kind of dressed up a little bit.
Well, it's a dress your best. This is as best as we're gonna dress for
As
this
best as
particular
we're-
cruise.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna go out and buy like a formal dress or anything. I didn't need to look that fancy.
I'm wearing the one pair of slacks and button-down shirt, long sleeve that I own.
Yeah. It's like his funeral wear.
It's what I wear to funerals. And tonight I'm going to wear it to dinner.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I ordered French onion soup and escargots and appetizers. So I'm going to try some escargot. This is my first time ever trying escargot, by the way.
The French onion soup, by the way, is like one of the best things I've had all since we've got on the cruise.
That's my backup in case this goes south.
You've had escargot before, right?
No, I haven't. Never had.
Oh.
Have you?
Yeah, at like the stands in Disney when they did like food and wine
Oh, okay.
festival.
That's the first time. It's pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's very good.
Does the texture bother you? Because you don't typically like things like seafood and stuff that's like scallops and stuff like that. You like it?
And that's what I'd attribute it to. I'd say it's really similar to like a scallop taste.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
So French night, day 3 on the Wonder of the Seas. French night was a hit for us. This is the best food we've had. Thank you. This is the best food we've had since we've got on the ship, I think. The French onion soup was like really good. Ryan enjoyed his escargot. The calamari was tasty. The beef tenderloin was like well seasoned, tender. Like that one is go for that one. The herb, I got the salmon. We like split the beef tenderloin, and then I also got the salmon to try, and it was pretty good, but not as good as the beef tenderloin. Ryan got chicken cordon bleu, and he said, "Did you like that one?"
It was really good.
Yeah, he liked chicken cordon bleu. So everything we had tonight was like probably like a step above what we've had the other nights. When you say, yeah. So now we both got creme brulee. So this is what we're having for dessert. I'm gonna taste it. It's good.
Tastes like creme brulee.
Yeah, pretty comparable to other creme brulees I've had. So yeah, I don't know if it's just that we were debating. Is it just that we've been on the ship 3 days now, and so like
We're getting used to ship
we're
food.
getting used to ship food, and so it's tasting better to us, or is it like did this meal stand out?
I think this meal is actually better.
Yeah, this meal has been the best food we've had on the ship thus far. It was like better. Like we're just finding like things aren't seasoned that much, and which could be just because they're trying to appeal to such a wide variety of palates, right? Like, and we're from the South, we're from Texas. Like, we get good food pretty much. Like anywhere we could go, we could get good food. So maybe our standards are kind of high, but with as far as having like salt and pepper and flavor. But tonight was good. Definitely in the main dining room on day 3, French night. You will enjoy it.
All right, we finished dinner. We came to the ice rink in Studio B. And we were here the other night. We were playing laser tag. It's no longer a laser tag ring. It is now an ice ring.
Ice rink.
Yep. And so we're going to see a show called 365. I don't know anything about it, so it'll be fun. Just check it out.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it, but I don't know like what the storyline is or anything.
Yeah.
But everybody I've seen that's been to it says it's really good.
Didn't really expect this. I was pretty blown away by this. I wasn't expecting to see an ice skating show, like a full ice skating show on a ship. I've seen like the shows like in Branson or in Pigeon Forge, you know, where they kind of roll out like a little tiny ice rink.
Yeah.
This is bigger than that. And the whole show is ice skating.
It's like Disney on Ice.
Yeah, so it'll be really cool to check it out and see what it's all about. Supposedly it's good, so
yeah,
looking forward to it.
I bet Mickey won't be here though.
Probably not, no.
That's the Disney cruise.
Yep.
Do any of the Disney cruises have an ice rink? Or is
No.
Royal Caribbean like the only ones with ice
This
rink?
might be an exclusive for Royal Caribbean, and probably just for the bigger ships.
Maybe.
So.
All right. We'll let you know what we think.
All right, we finished the Ice Show 365. It was, once again, another really good show. I liked it a lot. What did you think?
It was not Disney on Ice.
Definitely not.
No.
They were really good, though.
They were really good. And they were very talented. Hold on, it might get kind of loud here because we're walking through Central Park and they're singing.
It won't. We have mics.
Okay. Where are we going? Wait, hold on.
Other side of Central Park.
What can we cut?
To the restaurant? No. There's a jazz.
She's really good.
Jazz trio going on
Yeah.
in Central Park. I had it on the calendar actually. I thought we might could go to it.
They're really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had to stop and listen to music.
Anyway, they were really good. It was a great show.
It was like, I was thinking it was very modern, energetic. It was like high energy. It was colorful. Like the costuming, like I loved like seeing the different costumes. It used like modern music. There were some parts that got a little risque, but overall, it was really good. They were very talented.
Yeah, definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, if you're on the Wonder, reserve the ice show for sure. Yep.
Now we're going to the music hall where there's like a rock. It's like a live band karaoke.
I think you would pronounce it rockaroke, like rock.
Rockaroke.
It's like a rock band with karaoke.
Yeah.
Rockaroke.
So it sounds like it's maybe karaoke with a live band. We'll see what it's like. We're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so we are all done with live band karaoke. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. I would recommend it, even if you don't sing. It's fun to check out. But if you do sing, or if you just enjoy singing for fun, you could definitely hop up there and check it out. The band is really helpful. They kind of help you through everything. I got up and it was a little bit rough at the start. Realized I haven't sang in like over a week, and I didn't sing like at all the last several days. I've just been sleeping and laying around, and so it was a little rocky at first, but we got there in the end, I think. My voice is a little gravelly right now, but yeah, it was fun. That was actually my first time doing karaoke ever. I am actually, my education is actually in music. I was a vocal major in college. But never done karaoke before. I always like just singing actual bands and stuff. So it was weirdly enough more intimidating and nerve-wracking than singing in a band, playing two people, like that I know even. Like it was weird. It was random strangers. I'll never see these people again. But it was strangely intimidating for me. So But it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. And again, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's fun just to kind of get the vibe from the crowd, and people are encouraging each other, and it's a very, very encouraging and forgiving group. So yeah, check out the music hall and live karaoke. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it. Now I'm going to bed. Johnny's going to stay. She's going to do the country music dance fest or whatever it is. Just recording a vlog. But I'm going to bed, getting some sleep. So see you guys tomorrow.